Yeah, I think if you had asked me if that was going to be the way that Big Bash would start, I would have been a little bit in shock. I think we're not really used to having a lot of washouts, but I think the nature of the beast being over in Sydney this time of the year, it's probably a little bit inevitable. But yeah, I guess for us it's been a little bit stop-start, and we had that game against Heat, and then then another washout against the Hurricanes, and then a good win, and I think we're a bit unlucky not to get a final game on against the Strikers. So it just goes to show how important it is to rock up and play good cricket, because I think come the back end of that season, these sort of games are going to come back and bite us.
The good thing is the competition does keep moving very quickly, and we're already on to the next block of games. 2 huge games this weekend. What are your thoughts going in?
Yeah, I think with the fixtures, we had a really tough game against Thunder, and now we're playing, the next 2 best teams. So, it's a quick turnaround, so you got to move on pretty quickly. And I think Melbourne Stars are playing some pretty decent cricket, considering they've had a bit of an interrupted, season leading into this comp. So, we'll have to be at our best, I think. And we've seen some of our girls probably haven't hit their straps yet. So, fingers crossed in these big games, our girls stand up.
Saturday night, it is a blockbuster against the Stars, and a lot of Stars players have been with the Scorchers, so there must be a lot of chat between the teams, or at least certainly familiar with how the other team plays.
Yeah, it's almost like an intra-squad match, isn't it? I think with the number of ex-Scorchers playing for the Stars, so I think with that it brings a lot of, we know a lot of information about their players and vice versa, so I think it's going to be, a pretty even contest. Obviously, the top of the order with Villani and Lanning, they're looking pretty formidable, but, we match it with Devine and Mooney, so fingers crossed, those 2 get off to a really good start and we put our best foot forward.
I noticed you left your own name out there, but your personal form has been good as well, both with the bat and with the ball. You must be happy with how you're going.
Yeah, I'm just happy to contribute. I think sometimes in T20 you miss out with a bat and you sort of don't really let it go, but I get that opportunity to make an impact when I can with the ball. So, yeah, Soph and Shelley and, all the team are backing me in to do a job with both bat and ball. So, that's been really good. And hopefully, like I said, standing out in these big games, that's where I want to be. I'm a senior player now, so hopefully I can put on one of my best performances.
You have taken a new ball and bowled incredibly well during the power plays, and Soph does turn to you in the tense moments of the games. Is that something you embrace with open arms?
Yeah, I think if you ask me, when I know I'm going to take first over, I get quite twitchy with my hands. I'm a very nervous starter, and I think that's pretty normal, I guess. Bowling doesn't come all that natural to me, but I think, what I sort of get my mindset into is that contest, and, I love getting good players out, so any opportunity to bowl to the best in the world, there's a fair few of those players floating around this competition. I think it brings out the best in me.
Not Amy Jones again this weekend, but presents incredible opportunity for Scorchers players to stand up and really take on that middle order role.
Yeah, I think so. We've got a lot of young players that have come into form, playing some really good high quality practice games. Megan Banting, Heather Graham and Chloe Papara, they're going to be formidable for us in this middle order, and I think we just need to get them some game time and balls under their wings, and I think we'll see the best of them. And I think it's fantastic that Shelley and Soph and the rest of the support staff are backing those girls in, because, I think they're going to be in a really important cog moving forward into the rest of the tournament.
Mainly due to the weather, there has been less games, a lot of training. How's the vibe around the group and the mindset going into the weekend? Yeah,
I think we put in a mountain of work in the first 2 weeks, and now training just becomes a little bit optional for players to really take ownership of what they need to do for their own preparation. I think when we play back-to-back games and it's running as quickly as it is, that mental pressure is really important. But yeah, hopefully the girls understand what they need to do to be able to back up and go again. I mean, to play back-to-back games against 2 of the best teams, I think you need to make sure you're in a pretty good place.